guys, it is Ben Atkind here from Goose with Ryan Storm, and we're going to do a little gear rundown of all my gear. So yeah, let's start the kit. I got this kit, I found it, I got so lucky finding this on Craigslist. It's a 2002 Tama Star Classic Exotic 2 is the series, and it's made with Babinga and Koa, and it's a limited edition kit. There are only 38 of them in the world made. It's number 33 out of 38, and I freaking love this thing. I have an 8-inch tom, 10, 12, 16. I do have the 14-inch, but this kit is already like about as wide as I want to go, so I didn't want the 16 all the way over here, and I like the 16 being my main floor. And a 22-inch kick. For my snare drum, well, I actually do have the matching snare from the kit right over here. It's my backup right now as I try to tune it and get used to it. I just picked that up. My snare that I've been using, I've had this since high school. It's Dennis Chambers Signature Series snare drum, 14 by 6.5 maple, and I love it. I've had the snare strainers have been broken for a while, and I've just been lazy and haven't gotten them fixed. So you see some tape and like a screw on this side. But we make it work, and it sounds awesome, and I love this drum. Had it for a while. Over here, newest drum to the mix is my popcorn snare. 10-inch, I want to say maple popcorn snare from a small drum company called Fortune Drums, based out of Cleveland. Walked into there's like a famous drum store called Stebble Drums. Jeff and I went there on a day off, and I hit this thing and just like fell in love with it, and it is awesome. So let's see, we have cymbals. For the most part, everything is Zildjian because I am endorsed by them, and I love Zildjian cymbals. There are a couple that aren't, that I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about since I'm endorsed by Zildjian. I'll just talk about all the Zildjian ones I have. Let's do that. So we have 15-inch K light hi-hats, super crispy, but also like they're 15 inches instead of 14, so a little fatter. I have a stack over here with just like a K splash, an old K 15-inch crash, and this is like a really crappy beater Wuhan cymbal, and the stack together just gives me that kind of like clap sound if I want something a little fatter. Something I can mix in with a hi-hat or like add in with the snare too for like a little extra pop, like instead of that. Just get a little fatness there. I got a 17-inch custom dark crash, 10-inch K splash, 16-inch dark thin crash. This is I don't know the etiquette here. It's a Sabian artisan cymbal. I got this years ago when I wanted a Zildjian Constantinople and was able to get a hookup on this somehow. But now I've gotten a Zildjian Constantinople because that's like the ride cymbal I wanted for years, and it's an epic one. So I've got a couple of those at home now. This is a 19-inch dark thin crash, okay. This stack over here is like hilariously terrible cymbals. It's like a pasty dimensions, like beaten up, stained cymbal with a cracked, like totally cracked Zildjian Guitar Center drum off splash cymbal, which I won like years ago. And it just makes it like a little bit more of a, it's another stack, but with a little bit more to it. You can kind of hit it on the outside for some more washiness, or you can hit it up here on the splash. It's like a little tighter. Has a little bit of washiness. I don't know, I use it probably more than I should. It's a fun cymbal. So that's that. It's cowbell. It's just like a pretty standard LP cowbell. Like I'm pretty sure it's like not one of the nicer ones. I've just had it for a while and like beaten it into sounding pretty cool. And then let's see what else we have. I got a DW 9000 single pedal down here. And let's see what else we got here. So I always keep my snare case here, which I'll put my backpack in. And it's kind of like my stick holder. It like doesn't look the best, but it keeps everything there and makes it easy for me. So I don't care that it looks crappy because it just makes it easy for me. And that's what it's all about, having what I need there. My towels, my backpack with extra sticks, drum keys, extra felts, whatever I might need, it's gonna be there. So if something happens, I can grab it. Then over here, I just have another like little stick holder. Just one of those like Vic Firth stick holders, and I'll have another pair in. So if I drop a pair of sticks, I can grab it. Or what happens more than dropping a pair of sticks is I'll be playing and a stick will get like a crack in it and the integrity will start to go, and I'll feel that. And I like to be able to have sticks on both sides, because sometimes, you know, I'm playing an involved groove and I have like, you know, that much time to toss a stick and grab another one. So I want them to be everywhere. But that's the whole setup. We have these drum shields, which are on here because, especially stages like this that I'm really close to the mics up there, there's a lot of bleed with the cymbals into the vocal mics, and that just makes Peter's job mixing the show like way harder, and it would just be way worse. So that isolates everything, can be contained. Have my Midas Dp48 here, which if you've done these rundowns with everyone else, you've probably gotten the spiel.
They haven't mentioned them.
Oh, they haven't? Oh, okay. So this here, so basically when I walk out to my drum set, I have my in-ears, which are in this little case, and I'll have them basically clipped on so they're hooked up, and I keep this cable right here wrapped around one of the lugs so it's always there and I don't need to like fumble for cables. And every show I come down, I put my drink down, put my phone, my set list, and then the next thing I'm doing is grabbing this cable and plugging in. This is connected to the Dp48, and what this does is it controls everything I'm hearing in my ears. We all have these labeled differently based on our preferences for what makes sense for what we want to be able to have access to. So like, you know, we have the click, we have Trevor, Peter guitar, Rick guitar, keys, and I have like certain boards grouped together, synth and Leslie, all like different things grouped together. The vocals, I have everyone all together, which I'm probably the only one who has it like that. Everyone else probably wants to be able to control them individually, but for me, I wanted more access to other things, and I just group all those together. I have myself, Jeff drums, Jeff percussion, and then the audience mics. And I can basically go into these and, you know, I can click on each one of these, and I can adjust it up and down. I can pan them left and right. You have a lot of really cool like options on these, and for the most part it stays the same, but depending on each room you do have to adjust things here and there. There's also a lot of times like you'll see me go over to this during a show if, for example, what's a song like Yeti, a song that Peter is playing this like you know, he's playing the line on the guitar, and I need to hear him and lock in with him, so like I'll boost his guitar on that. Or say like Slow Ready, the synth part. Like, I really need to hear that synth arpeggiator, so I'll boost that up. So I'll make little adjustments like that, like song by song, depending on what I need. But for the most part, it stays pretty steady, and it's just minor adjustments. And yeah, that's what that does. Did I miss anything?
Play some drums.
Play some drums. Let me hear some things. Okay, so this got a little loose from playing last night. I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. Put a new head on this for Goose Miss, and just like, you know, strings, you know, when you change new heads, they stretch and take a little bit of time to settle. So in like the first couple shows after changing the head, I'm gonna be tightening things up a lot more than I will once it settles. There's my snare. Yeah, so I got kind of like this area where I'm in this zone with all the toms and the cowbell. And then I kind of have this area over here with the popcorn snare. Kind of got that sound a little bit like, more like hip hop, kind of like cutting through a little bit more. Then here is like a little bit more fatter, and all your different notes and the drums and everything. I really like having this set up over here with like this down here and that above there. I do a lot of things where things like that in between the cymbals and the kick and four tom. Gives me a lot of cool, just different options to go to over there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the kit. Yeah, thank you, Ryan Storm. Check out his podcast and all the things, because he's a good dude. So.